Hello guys, I look shocking, but today I'm doing house inspection cleaning because we have the house inspection tomorrow. So let me turn this around and show you what I'm doing right now. This is not actually part of the house inspection, but while I was cleaning other stuff, I saw this. This, as you guys probably recognize, is the center of my washing machine. And this is how dirty it is. Now, this is not as bad as I've seen some people's get because I do clean mine, but I haven't done it for a little while. This is what it looks like on the inside. Don't worry, that's not oil. It's just dirt stuck to like washing powder. So I am cleaning that at the moment. This is before I've cleaned it. I haven't done anything yet, so that's kind of mild. This here always gets washing powder stuck in it, so I've got to clean that out as well. So yeah, we may as well have a little chat while we clean, right? So what have I been up to? Jackie went home yesterday, so I've just been pretty much doing what I'm doing now, getting everything ready for the house inspection. Now, like, I know that I'm not a dirty person or anything like that, but I like everything to be a certain way. And no, Jackie, it's not OCD, but yeah, I just like everything to be neat and tidy. And that a couple of times a year I do a spring clean as well, which is, you know, just something I thought everyone did. But anyway, this is the kitchen thus far. Kids just had something to eat, but as you can see, I've cleared all the benches. Still got to move my computer for tomorrow, and I'm about to do floors. I always leave the floors to last because they're going to get dirty again in the morning. What else? I've done all the bedrooms. All the bedrooms are clean. Lounge room is clean except for Xavier's little kind of gaming spot that he has down there. So yeah, he hasn't got a shirt on, so. But the lounge, actually I've got to move his toys there. This is the entrance way. So this is like nice and tidy. Girls' room, they spent a lot of today getting this ready. So this is all neat and tidy. They've done really, really good. Bathroom I always clean at the last minute, but it's clean anyway. This is my room. So I've got a couple of little things, but all in all, it's not that bad. Pretty clean. And then Xavier's room, which is where Jackie stayed. So he's got like fresh sheets and everything on there. But as you can see, it is all neat and tidy in here as well. As I said, I've just got to do floors now. So that's where we're up to. Sorry if this is boring, guys, but once this is over and done with and I don't have the stress of having to worry about the house inspection anymore, I can get on to actually going out with the kiddies and doing some things, even if it's locally until next payday. I am going to take them to see Spider-Man. What's the new Spider-Man called? No Way Home. No Way Home. So in New South Wales, as part of the pandemic thing, we actually were given some Dine and Discover vouchers. It was to boost tourism when things open back up. So I've got a couple of vouchers at the moment. The cinema in Wagga actually take the vouchers. So we're going to go over and see this movie and have a lovely little evening. I only have to pay for fuel. So it's a really good evening out for us. Unfortunately, I can't show you guys the movie because that would spoil it and I'd get copyrighted, which is just terrible. This is our view for dinner. So as you can see, I'm sitting by the river having dinner just for something different. While it's raining. Alright, kitties are still eating. I'm going to hop out and just ground by the water. It's always very calming down here, and today we've got a little bit of rain. It's just been drizzling all day, so it kind of adds coolness to the air after a hot summer, but it's relaxing. So, cheers. Actually really pretty here. You can see the fog on top of the water because it's still quite humid and the water's cold and it's raining, so it's creating this cloud of fog on top of the water. Very beautiful. So here you can see some of the really old elms. And there's elms as big as these in the parklands over that way where we go walking. And these elms were planted by the pioneers, pioneering families, and they are massive. So right here, this is the race course. And then over here we have the park with the flying fox and the soccer ovals or football ovals. Now this here, the race course land, is the settlement of this township here in Tumut. Now this is where they first settled, and they started building their homes and building stores, and this is where the first cemetery was of this Tumut township. Now the problem was, back in those days, we didn't have our big dams like Taubingo Dam, Burrinjuck Dam, where we can control the amount of water that's let out into the rivers. So what would happen when we got a lot of rain, these rivers would flood and the water would rise and come into the oval, the race course, and it would flood. And they decided this is not such a good place for us to build our town. And so as you can see, higher ground all around here, they built the new township. They built the new main street with all the pubs and shops. They built the whole town up on the hill, as you can see all along there. And the oldest cemetery we now have, which is actually the second cemetery of Tumut, Pioneer, is far, far that way, a couple of kilometres. So that's the story of our little township here and how it was founded. Somewhere here, there is still a grave and supposed to be a headstone, though I don't know where it is. So, yeah. I did hear stories that perhaps not all of the graves were interred, so there could still be some people that are buried here without headstones. Back in those days, not everyone could afford headstones, so there may have been some people left behind because people just didn't know that they were there. So here you go. I brought you guys up a little bit closer so you can have a bit of a look. There's the old grandstands. I think they're just splendid. So we've just come down to have a bit of a closer look at the grandstand here. This is the back of the grandstand, and this has been put up recently. Look at this. Wow, called Big Red.